Long day of driving, but we just made it to Naperville. Gonna check into the hotel, get our bags unloaded, and see what there is to do around town. Today we're in Naperville, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. Naperville's a wonderful town, nice river walk, great restaurants. On top of that, we're at MPG Fitness to visit our good friend Pete Arroyo, who runs performance-inspired training. We'll go inside, we'll check it out, we'll see what Pete has going on with his athletes.
So we're inside MPG Fitness with Pete Arroyo, performance-inspired training systems. Pete and I have been friends for a couple of years now. Instagram or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know how it hit off, but yeah, something like that.
We come out here a few years ago and visited and watched some of your athletes. Since then, it's grown enormously. So how many athletes are you running right now?
This has been a record. Out of my athletes, I would say the actual number is about 42.
45
athletes in different sports.
Right. So how many sports are you covering?
We have football, men's and women's soccer. We have baseball, softball. One of my collegiate swimmers is back, even though he's my lone swimmer that I have left. And then a few multi-sport, like younger. The age has been getting younger, so I have about 5 11-year-olds.
Yeah, we're at 11-year-olds.
Right, 11-year-old guys. They play the typical big football, baseball, basketball. Yeah, girls basketball as well. Can't forget the 3 more.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's jam-packed. How many years have you been doing it?
So I started working in the private sector since 2000.
Okay. So in this area, 24-ish years. In the Naperville, Chicago area?
Yeah, it all started on the north end of town there. It was actually a powerhouse gym that was privately owned out there in the general hall. And basically the way I was actually just thinking about that experience today. I was running to get coffee, but because I was listening to Brian Bob and David talk, they talked about how now, private sector charges, whatever, for internship. That was like my 4-year grad school. The 4.5 year grad with family. It's funny because I got the job answering questions on Mel Sips super training forum. Because by then I was done with college, I was kind of, bagging groceries somewhere. And the guy from Naperville said, "Hey, come on out to my gym." And I did a box squat workout with people back then. The West Side thing was just kind of getting hot, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is so cool." So my coach, we put ourselves in the box squat workout. He goes, "Wow, you really know how to teach that. If you want a job, anything else." So I didn't even ask what it paid. Later on, in fact, it paid like $8 an hour, but I was like the feet flipping burgers, so I'm going to travel out here. By then I was living on the border of Indiana. That's how I got my first year off. First 7 guys I had, I was talking about the kids the other day, because they just see me down, and after that 3 years they've been with me. But all 7 guys, 5 of them were from the local high school in the school boys, and 5 of them were Power 5 football players, the other 2 were from. That was my first 7 guys I got to live with. So then I was like, oh, well, this is, just like Buddy Morris, like the hardest job you have is turning the lights on and off. Sure enough, it was, because they had the ability, they wanted to work, they worked their butts off. And then now it's like, okay, some mom or dad comes into their high school kid and it's like, now how do you learn how to do what you did for those guys? But that was like the first two.
Now, your system that you run now, we've talked to multiple different ways to train. We've talked how much again, we've talked on jug, 5-3-1 to all the spring applications. What kind of system do you feel like you run now?
It's definitely conjugate, but with a boundary truck template. So, what I mean by that is it's going to look, and then the volume's not as much as it used to be. And the change of the exercise isn't as often as a good person would think, a conjugate coach would think. And then the dynamic effort part of it, it's kind of like what we're talking about, and the same it's like a fade here, a good knee, or doing that, like jumping, it's running. Because most of these kids, especially now, way back 20 some odd years ago when I started, they just don't even fit. They just don't have the physical. They're heavily skilled. Finite skills and making like they have all. Every soccer skill you can imagine, every baseball skill you can imagine, but there's nothing you can. So my job's really easy. You just build the engine. Right. And so with that, you can just keep it as basic as you can, and if you can cover those different things on that speed, especially as you continue that we talked about, it's pretty simple. So it's definitely conjugate with a bonder chuck type template. We're not changing exercises basically until I kind of see a kid, stall more. I just made it easy. Every 6 weeks you change the exercise stuff. It's still going to read, in simplicity, because you just had the man on himself, and John. Right. The squat, hinge, push, pull, carry, sprinting, whatever. And that's what the template looks like. And then extend that to athleticism. Funny enough, on the way to Key West, I was reading the temps this book. And sure enough, it had it in there about sprinting being kind of like that anti-rotational exercise in the carry hill. So I was like, oh man, it's like we've been doing all this right from the get-go.
Yeah, that's what
reassuring.
It makes you feel better when you read something that you're like, yes, that is what I do. I know we've watched the development of some of your athletes. When we were here the last time, a lot of them got offers and they're on playing college. More coming. We will we'll get ready for some athletes to come in. We'll watch you do some coaching and we'll see how this goes. And I'm excited to be here today, and we'll see who shows up.
Remember, hips down into it, really ride the chest up before we start going, right? Hips, there you go. Yep. All right. Armpits get a little bit tighter. She's very strong. This is very light for her. Good. Sit into it, head back. Boom. There it is.
So with this real quick, what do you find the difference is when the straight foot as opposed to a turn foot where they can drive the knees out over that? Where do you sit on that?
So if they have the flexibility and the toes are straight, I mean, essentially like your toes are straight, you're getting here, you get more torque in the hips, which means you're teaching yourself more tension. Obviously, you get less torque. But if you need to get in position, to get in position. So
the only reason why I ask, and I don't mean to interrupt your set, is if them toes are out and you're wedged in, it seems like you can drive those knees out over the toes. So I'm just curious as to why, if one's better than the other, or what you teach why.
It's going to be kind of more very individual to the athlete, right? So for us, I almost wanted to look at, like we talked about the box squats before. I almost wanted to look like a high box squat, like when we talked about the sumo and the high box squat. So if she can get in position here, we're going to have more torque in the hips, or if it's going to take that, that's fine too. Either way works. It's just going to be whether or not they possess the flexibility. And females are typically more flexible than some guys, so she can get away with a more straight head toe. You even see on the other one, like that other foot slipping out a little bit, so it might be foot to foot. So with her, I would just say maybe like slightly out, not completely there, not completely there, just there. Just so now when the weights get heavier, and then we can kind of sit back and flare, and then you're just using your hips, right? But yeah, it's just, she's strong, so that's
right.
I honestly didn't even like.
No, yeah, just let it happen kind of naturally.
Yeah, whatever's natural.
But then however you're feeling, if you can feel, however you feel tension in your hips.
Yeah.
Some may need to go there because the hip sockets are different. Some can go here. It's just going to be one kind of what I see and one feel, and some of it is when they set up. Some of it has to happen kind of naturally, reflexively, to kind of see where they're going to get.
Right.
Because that heavy weight will expose them.
Right.
Light weights aren't going to tell you anything.
Right.
You know, you got to have it somewhat a little bit heavier. But her at this point, she's very experienced.
No, the pull looks great.
Yeah, she looked great.
Everybody's different on how they fall, why they fall.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good.
You just have to watch. You just have to
watch.
Yeah, definitely. You just got to keep your eye on them, watch them, and.
Okay, so while we're here, last time I was here, you helped me with my box squat. I've been working on it. I'm still not there.
Takes a while.
It takes a while. And some of the things you explained, I'm trying to put into practice with my athletes and myself. So we've got a setup here. So we're using a transformer bar.
Yep.
And then
set up to the safety bar setting. So if you have any other safety bar, that's just how it'll apply.
So then now you've got your box set up. What do we got going here?
So we have obviously they're a regular Elite FTS box there. It's on the lowest setting. So that's a 12-incher. I use, basically for the athletes, I use some sort of topper. Now this is becoming popular, like the foam topper. And this one I kind of custom made a place called Foam Factory Inc. You could just kind of get them cut to whatever, and I just duct tape the thing. And then I also have a different one here. So bought from Elite FTS, a little bit thicker, a little bit softer pad. And based on kind of like how we're going to do it, or what effect we want to get from the box squat, I'll use different ones. So on this one, just kind of like I would say this would be like any type of beginner we're going to have. We're going to use this smaller. It's about a 3-inch versus that 5-inch foam thickness there. So we'll use that on the topper. And then what I'll do is when we get in there and actually, we'll work with the bar, I'll also kind of examine, the posture of the low back when we go live with it to determine if there's any additional box height we would need.
Okay. So I'll walk around this way.
Good. Typically we have it set up where we're going the other way, but for the sake so everybody can see what we're working with, I'll actually go like that too.
Yeah, that'll work.
So you can get the camera.
Well, hopefully I'm not dipping a bar.
Yeah. All right, so initially, so you can see Steven's taking it out real head. He's driving up into the handles that he's got. So if you can move your head to your turn to the left or right all the way. If you can do that with the safety bar, you pretty much have it in the right spot. What you don't want to do is have it way the heck, like most people will put it right on top of their neck, and then they can't move. So when he comes up with it, it's very tough actually to get his hips underneath, which is going to be kind of come into play at some point. So boom, and he's just going to pick it right up. So notice how, when he's standing up. And right now I'll have usually, right now he's already in the break back position. What I want him to do right now, just so we see, is I tell most of the kids to straighten out their knees completely and then squeeze her, because I want to kind of see right now where everything would align at the top, because we don't want to stop our squat short. In this case now, okay, good. And then we'll go into like I'll ask the athlete to squat. In this case, I know Steven knows what he's doing, so he'll probably already be good on the initial part. So go ahead and squat. Good. He had that nice break, and then he's going in. Good. Then he's sinking back, and then he's going to come up. Good. So I'll just watch him there.
Okay.
So what I would say, one, he's got a little bit too much push up on these handles. He's going to pull these down just a little bit. So what we want essentially is we don't want these hands to go past his chin here. So yeah, we don't want that so much. So what I'll say initially is somebody when we're squatting, pretend there's a giant wall in front of you, or sometimes I'll just stand in front of them to scare them. But if there's a wall about 3 inches in front, and we're trying not to hit the wall with any part of our body, meaning the face, the knees, the chest, what have you. Okay, so now I'll ask him to break again, and what I'm looking at now are his feet. Feet are in a good spot. And then up, good. So he kind of knows what he's doing with the box flop. Most kids they'll touch and go. In this case, he's doing a really good job of stopping on the box. So that's the first step. We'll ask him to go again, and then go ahead. So breaking back, open up, good, up. So what we got there, even though, okay, rack the bar real quick so you don't get tired. What we had there a little bit was when he was on the box, and I don't know if I can bring this out real quick. So this is kind of about that. What'll happen is because maybe some beginners or just general people who are new to box squatting may not have the control, is we'll get back here and stopping will mean relaxing, we'll come back here. I know some people do use that technique. I don't like that technique for certain reasons. One of them, it just puts a lot of stress, undue stress on the spine when you're back here, and you're kind of getting loose. When we're usually in an athletic or a start position, we actually want some tension. So we want to try to create even more tension when we're box squatting. And how we do that is when we sit back on the box, my wall in front of me, I'm here. I'm going to break back. So break back, he was doing a nice job of this, getting in that athletic stance. So any type of, if I'm a shortstop, I'm a linebacker, I'm a goalkeeper, I'm in right here. So we're just mimicking that same thing. We just have a bar on our back. And then he's pushing back really nicely. And then right here, we just don't stop. What I'm trying to do is almost pull through. You can kind of see there's a little bit of motion here. So I'm trying to pull through the box, and basically there's two ways I can do that, two things I can think about. I can either think about pulling my heels to my butt or my knees to the sky or both, right? But I don't want to do this and then rock back this way. So I'm going to stay leaned in here, right? My back's completely flat, leaned in here, and then my first movement is head up, and then the knees we're bringing the knees back into the box as we rise up. So we're trying to pull in, pause, come up. And that little pull in, okay, we're loading up the hamstring, so we're kind of balling up the hamstring, and the hip flexors are pulling. So then what's going to happen, that reciprocation on the agonist muscles here, which is going to basically be our quads and our glutes, we're basically fired up. So we're going to try to do that with that cue.
All right, before we go on, the two biggest
ahead.
mistakes I see in athletes I work with, and maybe you can address this, is one, like you said, and then their feet get light.
Rocking, yeah.
And then they use the rock to go up.
The momentum, yeah.
The biggest one I'm seeing right now, and I've probably talked about it too much on the podcast, is quad loading. So you get them in a position and they go down, but they're not strong enough to pull and drive the hips forward.
Right.
They got to go.
Yep.
And then you lose your positional strength that you're trying to gain is how I view it. I don't know if you view it that way or not, but it seems like you're box squatting, but you're not really box squatting. You're
defeating the purpose of it because you're just trying to, and again, but that's a great assessment tool. The kid's quad loading, then their posterior chain's weak, which means that's probably going to be the bulk of their accessory work. But with that, even if you have a kid who's quad loading, most likely they're going to have, so he by happenstance, when he said quad loading, he actually took a more narrow stance when he did that. So get their stance a little bit wider, right? A little bit wider. And then what we're looking at, so do that again. So do the quad loading thing that you were doing.
Okay, you can get him in good position.
So right now he took about a shoulder width, inside a shoulder width stance.
And a lot of your beginners, I feel like they need to be this narrow. They're not comfortable.
Right.
But then, they'll go here, and then they even may rock back. You may get both, and then here, And that's slow, and
Right.
then the hips come through.
Right. So what I would do, my fix of that was I'll get him wider on his stance, right? And then even if it's going to take, like, if he's collapsing in, so go ahead, do that collapse thing again. Well, what we're going to do is go ahead here. And we see that little tuck of that butt. Okay, so what we're going to do with that is, okay, stand on up, is we're going to add some height to it, because a lot of that is simply don't have enough strength in that bottom range to control it, but we're going to get them in a position where they can control it. Now, that's about a 3/4 inch mat. I mean, it could be an inch, it could be whatever. Okay, then we'll get them there. So we got them a little bit wider. So now I'm just going to tell this athlete is sit your butt back, don't hit me. Stay there. Yep. Now to eliminate the rock, so I'll get him in that position, still a little bit of too much of a quad load. So I'll just say scoot back a little bit with your butt. No, stand back up, just scoot the butt back a little bit when you're on it. So just reach back and then just hold that. Now you can see, and I will literally push them this way so they're more forward. Now from here, see, we got a little bit more of a vertical shin. And then I'll say, just pull your heels to your butt. Go. Go. Instead of up, just pull your heels to your butt.
All
Yep.
right,
So
let's
go
get
ahead.
back.
So stay down there. Now pull your heels to your butt. Try to almost pull your butt through the pad. Good. And then do you feel any tension anywhere different?
Yeah. My butt's scooting, and then my calves are pulling back to my hamstring.
Okay. So we got a posterior chain load there. And then up, boom. So notice how they come up almost naturally, just like that. Now, obviously, he kind of came up a little bit too hips there, but that's because he has no load on his back. He's a stronger guy. He can probably handle. He's going to come up more powerfully. Put a load on his back, and that thing's going to be sequenced. So we need to raise. If we see that butt wink, okay, we know we can raise the box up a little bit. Okay, now that it's a hyper big deal, but I want. The reason being is if that low back, that lumbar spine isn't here, we're slacking that tension. We're not going to have that tension on the hamstrings in that bottom position, right? We could probably keep it here for the most part, or if you got some kids and they break and they're like this, then yeah, we're gonna have to raise that box. But we want to keep that lumbar spine flat because that's going to keep everything stretched when he comes up. So for him, we'll probably raise that up about 3/4 of an inch. We're not too worried about squat depth. We're not in a powerlifting meet, but we want lines, angles, and position. All right, so we're gonna get back in.
And you set the box up in a diamond shape so you don't get calf locked as opposed to being straight. I think that's a key.
Oh yeah.
Because they'll get calf locked and they won't be able to pull.
Yep, exactly. That's a great point. And then also the diamond box will serve as a great cue. Is when we sit back, the kid doesn't know how to sit back, and you're just sitting down. A great cue is put your butt to the back corner of that box. They know where the back corner is. It's not in the front. It's going to be back there, and they'll reach, and they'll still be able to hit it. Like there's plenty of box there that they won't fall off. So it's a kind of a dual cue there. So now, okay, we're going to pick the bar up. We're taking it up, stand it all the way up. Okay, now we're going to break. Okay, now we're going to push the hips back. We're going to stay lean forward, pull through, up. Perfect. There it is. So we know that box height was able to give him better position with the low back. Go ahead again. We're pushing back, open up, pull through the box, up. Good. And you can see he's not rocking back anymore. Good. We'll go one more if you want. Okay, butt back, open up, go. Good. A little bit there. I mean, when we have load, that bar's going to come down lower, but I would say a little bit there. Put the hands below the chin, and then, but good. Yeah, rack it. Cool. That was good. So how did that, from when we did it without the lift to the lift, how did that feel? Did it feel any different? Do you feel any more command of the bottom position?
I felt like I wasn't over depth. I'm probably right about where my depth would be. So I didn't feel like my hips were impinged.
Ah, okay.
So I had a little more pull and a little more pop up. Not rocking obviously kept me from building any momentum, and everything had to come from my hips, which I think is the key. I think athletes will avoid hip loading.
Yes. Yep.
I don't know how that carries over to sports. I think a lot, but I know different people might view that different. Other people may view just getting the weight up as enough. Once a kid's strong enough, it will carry over.
Yeah.
To me, posturally has become more important. So to get a chance to work with you on it is really key for me.
Right. And he had a really good point. And obviously, Steven's way more astute because he's a coach himself. He talked about hip impingement. Now, kids aren't going to know what that is, but they'll tell you because, my hip hurts. Okay, probably high sign that like they may have that, again, that different hip build a little bit. So you can examine that when you see the butt wink. That means, okay, raise that box up until they don't feel that impingement. As long as they can keep that position, and if we can get to that, I mean, we kind of viewed it in the side, right? We want that torso forward a little bit. In this case, shins a little bit more vertical, and be able to have those hips sitting back and that tension in the hamstrings the whole time. Like you said, you're not over depth. Sometimes when you'll see that over depth, even in powerlifting, you'll see somebody, kind of go down, and then just to get depth, they have to kind of bottom out this way, and then they'll kind of do that sort of thing. Now, okay, if we're trying to get depth in a powerlifting meet, probably not the best route if we're trying to, teach athleticism in a squat, or at least exploding from that athletic position. Because we just got to look at the box squat as just an extension of the athletic position. Okay, yeah, it's lower. Obviously, most athletic positions are going to be up high. But if we can have command strength in that bottom position, we're going to have way more power through that zone when we come up higher.
And where I think it really plays a huge role is de-acceleration, because you will get your butt on the ground if you're stopping hard.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this strength to overcome those forces you're running into.
Yep, correct. That's another really good point. Yep.
Well, man, I appreciate it very much. Thank you for taking some time. And I know you helped me the last time. I've been trying to put it together. I've noticed some changes in my squat. My squat's going up.
Yep.
And you can't complain about that.
Nope. Nothing like having a big squat.
Ayy, yeah, ayy, oh. Go out and get it. I pave out the patches to show how we did it. Break out the prison, I take out the weapon, it's get it. You know I'm in business. Yeah. Ain't ask for permission, I pray for forgiveness with God as my witness, because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate. I go out and get it. I pave out the patches to show how we did it. Yeah, break out the prison, I take out the weapon, it's kidding. You know I'm in business. Yeah. Ain't ask for permission, I pray for forgiveness with God as my witness, because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate. Ain't breaking no dishes, a chef in the kitchen. I cruise through impossible situations. I'm a man on a mission. We selling out shows, used to hand out them tickets. Okay. Hey, silence the critics, it's science or fiction. I made a design and relied on the vision and did it. Let's finish the story, it's written. I just gotta live it. Let's get it. Yeah, hold up your weight, hold up your end of the bargain. We doing whatever it takes. I know I'm gonna be great. I just gotta get there before it's too late. I see the love and the hate. I know the difference can change in a day, and I know I'm gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be Go out and get it. I pave out the patches to show how we did it. Break out the prison, I take out the weapon, it's get it. You know I'm in business. Ain't ask for permission, I pray for forgiveness with God as my witness, because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate. I go out and get it. I pave out the patches to show how we did it. Yeah, break out the prison, I take out the weapon, it's kidding. You know I'm in business. Ain't ask for permission, I pray for forgiveness with God as my witness, because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate.
Head. Oh, head first now. Come on. Head up, head up, head up. Hips. Boom. There it was. Head up, head up, head up. Hips. Good. Nice. Come on. Hips. Good. We're right there. Head up, head up, head up, head up. Hips. Oh, Josh at the magic number. 6'7". These kids love that stuff.
So how far will you let that degrade before you?
As long as those first two are close, so like.
So you go off the first. You let the first two help.
So I average like the majority of them. So I go that right. So that's over. So he's got 0.02, and there's this 0.02. So really he hit the mark on the first two then he slowed down on the last.
Okay.
So but that's okay. If he slows down a little bit to that, that's not that bad. But if it were sort of something where like this went to like a 4, then
Right.
we would either just cut the reps or like you would rarely see that cut to like severely. It's just he's got to line just hey on the last rep just line it up, reset, and then so each rep when we want like the
2.5.
first speed, right? Good loosers. You gonna back him up, Josh? Are you going 3 plates? All right. 325. What's that?
No problem.
It's just moving today. You go with it. Who cares? It's speed stuff, so you know you can do this. Just hey, tighten up on everything. Let's go. Go. Nice.
7-3.
Go. Go. Finally, we slowed him down a little bit.
God is my witness because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate. I go out and get it. I pave out the patches to show how we did it. Yeah, break out the prison. I take out the weapon. It's kidding. You know I mean business. Yeah, ain't ask for permission. I pray for forgiveness. But God is my witness.
Okay, come on, Gus. Get him through. Push. Push.
I know we gonna be
There it is.
I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate. Ain't ask for permission, I pray for forgiveness, but God is my witness because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate.
Keep your shoulders up. Now you don't have to pinch them. You don't have to pinch them. Relax. Relax. Just keep them up. There, like there. So then now, if you look at the side,
Yeah. Hips are stacked.
everything's stacked and it's ready to. You could box squat right now.
Come on, Eddie. Chest up. Hit it high. Oh, nice. Good start.
Yeah. Stay in that groove.
There you go. Come on, Eddie.
Stay in that groove.
Beauty. Holy
Back,
cow.
back.
Come on, 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 come on. So if you need to, like, if you kind of feel like you're slowing down, just reset it at the top, right? Instead of coming right back in, and then you get a little out of control. Elbows. Stay through your heels. Heels up. We're down, elbows up, heels down. So we stay back.
So what's your plan here, Pete?
For, no, she just wanted to be wrapped, so I'm wrapping her. She's one we're kind of holding together with duct tape at times, but because the thing is, she's really good, but she plays rough, so she pays for it. So we just try to keep her in one spot here. But this is your basic, your Voodoo floss. You got the spud ink elephant straps, and just wrap until she cries, basically. For some reason, she likes this. She always asks for, "Can you wrap me?" It's like, sure.
And then what? You just let it on there for a few minutes and then take it off?
Yeah.
So you're restricting blood flow and then trying to gorge it with blood.
Yep.
Like you would an ankle or something like that.
Exactly. Oh.
Thank you.
You want to do some sled drags with that? No?
I
go ahead.
haven't tried it that way, so I see where.
Oh, yeah, the quads, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Well, we did her
you could even
shins.
temper on top of that.
I used your. Did you teach me the one with the shins and the ball? And you
Yeah.
wrapped it? That's because of him. She was in tears, and I go, I'm just letting you know it's gonna work. It's gonna hurt. And I go, I love you. I'm not trying to kill you. And she's crying. It's like, oh.
Yeah, and then the shin splints, you can roll a temper on the outside. Like it's gotten to the point now I can see.
Oh,
shin
guess
splints.
what? You can do that to her.
That's totally up to her.
This next section of the video, I was able to help Pete with some of his athletes on a sled.
Down even the hair, you get a big pop at the toe and the top of your shoe, big pop in your knee, hold, and then come in the ground hard. Fall. Pop, pop, toe up, toe up, toe up, toe up. There. Starting to put it all together. Every step's a fall. Boom, fall. Boom, fall. fall, 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 fall. Yeah. See his hip angle?
Yep.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for that angle of that hip.
Did you feel the difference, Mace? Okay. I think.
Toe up, toe up, toe up the slide, toe up the slide, toe up the there.
Whew. Looks like he's getting smoked.
That when you come up, that's how that should feel. Because what we've done is we've eliminated anything backside. So like when you watch kids run, how they get their heels up way up on their butt, you've eliminated that, and everything's front side. Try that one more time. You're just going to drag the midfoot. Midfoot. Look up. Shoulders up, shoulders up, shoulders up. There. You feel that difference when your shoulders come up? Yeah.
That's enough weight?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
He's starting to sweat. And it's giving him enough time. All we're doing is looking for enough weight to keep you in there where your mind can work with your legs and figure this out.
That's just the barbecue sweats from eating at Station 1 so much.
Now, you can do whatever you want here. If there's some aspect of it you're wanting to work on, we can work on it. But, man, it's looking really good. But the key is when that foot hits that ground, that foot hits the ground hard.
What do you need, Luce? Well, I mean, I'll suggest it.
What is it?
They went to Freedom Brothers, though. Yeah, that's
What's Station 1?
Probably the best barbecue joint in town.
Well, we're from Kansas City, so it's a high bar.
I know, see? That's the thing. Okay.
It's pretty good. It's the Kansas City Barbecue Society. It's the number one.
It's what's up, man? Would you say it compares? He doesn't want to offend you. He's too nice.
You say whatever you want.
I've only been in Kansas City one time, so like I didn't really.
And he got recruited, and then
I know. Now he's got to, that's part of his NIL. We got to get a barbecue joint.
Warrensburg's got some decent joints.
There we go.
Yeah, I went to one there, and then we went to another.
They take you down on Pine Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. They're like, this is what life's like. I could make more jokes about it, but we can joke about it later. I went to Pine Street one time with one of my buddies. One time I'd ever been there. We roll in, and he's wearing a dang Pitt State jacket in the middle of Pine Street. He's like, "You think we'll get beat up?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's probably a good chance." Yep. Don't be in a big hurry. Shoulders up back here. Up. There. Keep it on that hip. There. But what people do is they have a tendency to roll them shoulders. The second you roll your shoulders, your hips drop. Shoulders stay up, the hips stay underneath you, and then you can stay loaded.
Jump out, then he crash, step on the line. Running with the punch, track, step on the line. Head dog, up a snake, step on the line. Walk onto the floor, step on the line. Concrete in the on-street. Then he in the back seat with the rap sheet. Run him out, straight, run him out. Two bust up, yeah, run him out. Then he with the phone, run him out.
You want your head to come up, and then you don't want to go like that. You don't want your hips to beat your head. You want your head and your hips kind of at the same time. So push with your legs, like you're doing like a leg press this way. And then when you get here, then the hips kind of come through the rest. You're just trying to get your hips in a position. So think chest up instead of head up. So we've been doing RDLs, which you've been doing good. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to kind of fake RDL, meaning with no weight down into your hips, right? And we'll sit back into it, and then you'll get your grip. I kind of like to go a little bit wider. I'll be there, but I'm still not ready to go yet, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my hips down as I pull the bar into my shins. Once I got that position, I'm done kind of going down with my hips. Now from here, head goes up. You can see the bar floats. Push it, and then you're coming up, okay? On the way down, very important here, on the way down, okay? Hips back, but the bar stays sliding down your legs, and you'll RDL it to the knees, and then straight down. And then you're just going to do the same thing over again, right? So butt down, pull it to the knees, wrap it around your legs, push, okay? Good. So butt down. So get your knuckles down like that. Good. Now pull the bar into your shins. Butt down, chest way up. Ride it. Head up. Keep coming. Okay, good. Back down. So once you break the floor, you can start pushing a little bit hard. So pull the bar in. Okay, hips down a little bit, knees out right there. Head up, head up, head up. Go. Better. Good. So initially it should be a push with your legs. So when you're here and your head goes up, I'm kind of pushing my feet kind of that way as I'm sweeping the bar this way toward my hips, because then when I get here, boom, and it's just a hip snap. Okay? So sit down into it, pull the bar into your legs, hips up a little bit more. Now pull the bar into your legs, ready? Head up, go, hips, better, good. See how it kind of snaps up like that? You just got to keep that back nice and tight. Okay, just like we do with RDLs. You got 3, 2, 1, up, chest up, 1, up, 2, up, 3, there you go, up, 4, head up, nice, easy, come on, again, easy, easy, easy.
Run them out, say, run them out. 2 blocks, stop getting up, run them out. Steady with the phone, run them out. Yeah, my homie gang is shine, my homie gang is shine. Got that with the 169. Yeah.
Drive your hips. Hips. There. Now we just need to get you to push out. And you're golden. That looks good. Push. Now
Go, buddy, come on.
Push. Up.
Come on, Noah, there you go. 1, 2, 3, stick it, good. Now, where's your toe at? 6 what? Okay, add 6 to 15. How much is that? And then so 21 feet. How many inches? Where's the inches at? 2 inches? Okay.
Ayy, yeah, ayy, oh. Go out and get it. I pave out the patches to show how we did it. Break out the prison, I take out the weapon, it's kidding. You know I'm in business. Yeah. Ain't ask for permission, I pray for forgiveness with God as my witness, because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate. I go out and get it. I pave out the patches to show how we did it. Yeah. Break out the prison, I take out the weapon, it's kidding. You know I'm in business. Yeah. Ain't ask for permission, I pray for forgiveness with God as my witness, because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate. Ain't breaking no dishes, a chef in the kitchen. I cruise through impossible situations. I'm a man on a mission. We selling out shows, used to hand out them tickets. Okay. Hey, silence the critics. It's science or fiction. I made a design and relied on the vision and did it. Let's finish the story.
Come on, Lucy. Nice, Lucy. Yep. Yep. Good job, Lucy.
It's written, I just gotta live it. Let's get it. Yeah, hold up your weight. Hold up your end of the bargain. We doing whatever it takes. I know I'm gonna be great. I just gotta get there before it's too late. I see the love and the hate. I know the difference could change in a day. And I know I'm gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be Go out and get it. I pave out the patches to show how we did it. Break out the prison, I take out the weapon, it's kidding. You know I'm in business. Ain't ask for permission, I pray for forgiveness with God as my witness, because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate. I go out and get it. I pave out the patches to show how we did it. Yeah, break out the prison, I take out the weapon, it's kidding. You know I'm in business. Ain't ask for permission, I pray for forgiveness with God as my witness, because I know we gonna be straight. I know we gonna be straight. I got a lot on my plate.
This was the conclusion of our trip. After this, we went downtown Naperville, grabbed some food, see what they had going on. Beautiful river walk, covered bridge, great food. It was just a wonderful experience to spend the afternoon down on the river.
Sure enough, your smile will light up a room. Sure enough, your eyes send a girl over the moon. Sure enough, you had a plan when you said, what can I get?